Big Status Crew, what's going on, guys? We're hitting another video today. We're gonna be looking at the Marvel Legends ROM the Space-Knight. What an offshoot character! What an offshoot! What a out of nowhere, type of figure here. And it's out of nowhere in for a lot of different reasons. It's out of nowhere, number one, because this is a character that's so obscure that nobody was really expecting to see this come out of Marvel Legends studio or whatever. But also it's out of the blue because it's an actually really good figure and really good effort by Hasbro. Credit where credit is due. I gotta give it to him. I was thoroughly impressed with this. It's one of those things that it's bittersweet, right? Because while it's a good figure, it's like it kind of makes you yearn for all the other figures to have the same amount of love and care and just effort overall, man. But with the negatives aside, no, man, I do not regret buying this figure whatsoever, man. I was actually tempted to get another one, but I was like, there's really no reason for me to get one. But it's so good. I was like, damn, I kind of want another one, just to buy another one for some reason. Because it's just that I think what it is that silver on this guy. This thing is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and especially the way the light is sort of hitting it right now. It's fantastic. It surprises you in a lot of ways. Number one, like I said, the overall deco. It's simple, right? I mean, it could use a little bit of shading. It could use some more, paint differentiation, but where they did apply the paint and where they did do different colors on it, it's clean. So I will give them that. It is a clean figure. The weight of it is nice. He's really big. You'll see in the size comparisons, he's a lot bigger than you would imagine. And even you can't really tell because in my hands everything looks small in my hands, but he's actually a really big figure. So he's a really hefty figure. He has a nice weight to him. And then too, the articulation, and let's jump into that right now. Actually, he does a lot of things that I think it kind of puts me into the mindset that Hasbro is, the Marvel Legends team is trying to just do things in a more modern take instead of using outdated technology. There are still some things that Hasbro is going to do. They're going to Hasbro on this one, but I can kind of see the road is being paved for us to get better figures. So I think we'll get into that later. But we're going to be getting better figures. So yeah, let's get into the articulation there. So number one, the head is on a double ball. Very good, Hasbro, very good. Very, very, very fluid movement there. He gets a good amount of range too. He looks up. You can look down, especially with this sort of computer, desktop monitor head that he has, his design. He looks a decent amount. I mean, he gets a little bit of tilt there too. It can be better, I wish that Hasbro would just do it the right way, but I can't complain too much because we're getting something that's different than just a disc hinge. It would have just been super limited. So I'm happy about that as much as I can be. Shoulders are just regular disc hinge. You got double jointed arms, elbows there. Same antiquated, hinged fists, hands. I will never get over that. Please, let's just use the ball peg hands or something like that, ball swivels or whatever it's called. The joints that Mafex uses, it would literally just put this a step above. I'm sorry, it's not in focus there. So yeah, standard stuff as far as there. The torso is really interesting. So again, ball joint at the top of the torso there, so he can get a decent. He gets a nuanced amount of range there, but the ab crunch, they kind of did this in a very ingenious way where it's hidden, but it's, again, ab crunches are not my favorite, but he does get quite a bit of range there for an ab crunch. So that's nice. But, as I always say, he can't pivot on that point. All Hasbro needed to do, and I said this in my Blanca review, they could just cut this and put a ball at the bottom of this, and then it can, you know, swivel and even get even more range. Like, you can lean a little bit more to the side and everything. So, but it's not bad. It's actually really good. I wish that, like, if they're gonna die on this hill doing these, you know, ab crunches, they should all be this good. I don't know why they're all not good. And especially a chunky figure like this, like, he's getting more range than a lot of figures that have no type of armor or anything, and they're just bare, you know, naked. Like that Sunfire body, they need to discontinue that. That Pizza Spider-Man body, they need to discontinue that today. But that's neither here nor there. So, likewise, we do have, you know, the leg is standard, lifts up that high. It could be better. If they follow Jada's blueprint, they could literally just do better there. Can he hit the splits? Not really, but again, it's ROM. I don't know why you would need ROM to be hitting a split, so it's kind of not necessary. He doesn't have a thigh swivel up here. He does have one at the boot, so they hid this really, really nicely here. So you can swivel there all the way around, so that's cool. You know, double jointed legs, obviously. His lower leg is really, really long, actually. So it's all the way like above his ass pretty much. So but that's cool. It's a stylized look. He's really lanky. Like, if you look at him in the comic books, he's really lanky and everything. And then of course, standard Marvel Legends, you know, foot joint, ankle joints or whatever. Be careful when you're flexing that, because as you can see there, I'm kind of rubbing the luster off of the paint there. So just be careful. I'm not mad at it anyways, because I'm not gonna be looking at it from that angle anyway, so I'm not tripping. But I really wish we would get a ankle cut or an ankle swivel, or, you know, shin swivel, whatever, boot cut. Just something that just gives us that extra range and that extra, you know, nuanced posing there. I think those, it's just like, boot cuts are just a non-negotiable. Like, you should definitely put one at the lower part. If you're not gonna do the feet correctly, because again, Mafex does them literally perfectly, and there's a bunch of other companies that do as well. Just give us the you know, boot swivel or the ankle swivel or whatever, and it would literally be 10 times better. And then of course you do have ankle pivot. This is not even really my favorite joint, especially when you don't have the cut there. It just, like, I don't know who's posing their figure like that. I'll never understand that. But anyways, that's not like a huge thing. It's a Marvel Legend, so I'm not, like, my expectations were low, so that's kind of why I was like blown away by this thing. I was like, wow, this is actually a great effort, man. Its shelf presence is fantastic. It's a beautiful figure, man. So let's jump into his accessories really quickly. So he does come with the two hands that you see on him now. He also comes with these gripping hands, which will be used for two different things I'll show you in a second. I do like the sculpt, because this is actually faithful to how he looks in the comic, where it's like his hands are sort of fused together. So you can see it on the figure too, if you didn't notice already. So it's like his fingers are all kind of fused. So he's almost like a liquid, like a T-1000, like liquid metal type of thing. That's really cool. I dig that. I dig that. And especially like the feel of the hands is just way different. I don't know if it's the plastic or the paint, but it's oh my gosh. I'm just gonna drop something in every video I make for some reason. But yeah, no, it's either the paint or it's just really, really smooth. So I like that. So he comes with those gripping hands. He comes with a fist hand as well as like an open flying hand. The reason why he comes with those gripping hands is, number one, he comes with these blasters. I did look up the name. I just forget what these are called, like nullifiers or something. Forgive me. I did not grow up with ROM, so I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I love the design, though. Super 80s, super retro, like, what is it called? Retrofuturism or something. Like, just really cool tech. It's like goofy, but it just works. These look like Lego blasters. It's kind of funny. He does come with a blast effect, which I commend them for adding as well, and it just kind of plugs on like so. So you get that there. That's pretty cool. The sculpt is nice enough. Could have used some paint, but you know, it's Hasbro. What are we talking about? So those are nice, really nicely painted. And then of course, the other reason why he has those hands is to hold the comic book, which you guys already know about. Mine's a little bit misprinted. I'm not the most upset about this as other people are like, oh, this is just a waste of plastic. I do photography, so you know, I could have a desk of these. You know, if I collect the whole wave, I could do like a desk of these, you know, for a shot, and you know, have them in the background. So that's nice enough. It's a cool concept. I just don't think that that's a big enough excuse for us not to get a bath part. I think we could have got a bath part for this. Like, bro, we could have got a Thanos. Like, we could have got if they would have put another Thanos out, updated on that card. Oh my god. Oh my god. But hey, what do you know? I'm not in the toy industry, so what do I know? So yeah, let's jump into size comparisons real quick. So here we have my most recent Marvel Legends pickups. We have this is the Secret Wars Black Suit Spider-Man. And of course, your boy, the most controversial guy on the planet, the Maximum series. And like I said, he's huge. This guy's like 7 inches? He's big. He's really, really big. So I do like that he's just different as well. So you get a little bit more for your buck there. And then here we have, I did want to put a really shiny character up against this guy just to see the difference there. I did a little bit of customization on him, but I have my Fallen Silver Surfer as well as my Jada DJ. Hasbro and Jada toys, these guys can really go interchangeably. I do like Jada more than Hasbro as far as like the design philosophy and just what they put out. But these guys can go interchangeably. So you know, if you want to extend the Marvel vs. Capcom lore or anything like that, it's a really cool addition too. And then my mainstays on the channel, I have my Bandai Tamashii Nations Bandai Spirits Robot Ava Unit 1. And then of course, McFarlane Toys Halo 3 Master Chief. Yeah, this is just for the sake of doing its comparison there. But yeah, I like to see these together too. Just the colors are just popping for me. So yeah, I mean, overall, man, I think that this is just it's a really nice figure that Hasbro's put out. It's a solid release. It's not perfect. There are things that can be better about them, but you know, at the end of the day, it's Marvel Legends. We're gonna slowly get to where we need to be in terms of what they are charging us. But I think this is a step in the right direction. I love this figure. I have no connection to ROM whatsoever. I went to Target on a whim, got him. I saw him immediately. I was like, oh yeah, I need it. But that silver is it's just so good. It's so good. So, and this makes me want a new Silver Surfer so bad. I'm working on a custom right now, but I do want an updated, like if they put, and this is gonna be controversial, if they put Silver Surfer on this body, or a body like this, which I really think it should be this body, but man, think of that would be incredible. That would be incredible. That would hold me over until Mayfix does it, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna give this guy a I'm gonna give him an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid release, B+, super, super dope. Get him if you're a Marvel Legends collector. Obviously, this is just another, you know, long list of characters that you need to get. But I think that even if you're not, if you just want something that looks cool, which is kind of my collecting philosophy nowadays, I'm just collecting whatever the fuck I think looks cool. This is it. And especially the lore behind, you know, Space-Knight and everything, it's really cool. Like there's these beings, that there was like this intergalactic war that was going on in another galaxy, and then there's these wizard alien things that these guys hunt down, and they came to Earth, and he's like the one guy that can just overpower all of them, and he's like ridiculously powerful, and he like keeps them from resurfacing on Earth. So that's a cool concept, and it's honestly making me want to read the books and get into them a little bit more. I don't know if there's a lot of content about ROM, but I'm becoming a ROM fan, so that is thanks to Marvel Legends. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I love it. He's staying in the collection. And if you guys, again, I appreciate the love on the videos, man. Got more stuff on the way, got tons of stuff on the way. But if you like it, you know, like the videos, subscribe, and otherwise, big status out.